Good morning, everyone. Oh, I just finished a wonderful session. I have an 8 o'clock Friday morning session that I have with a group of students to talk about current events. It's been a really wonderful time to get together, and at the very end of it, I asked one of the students who she was hosting, and she said, I'm hosting a woman named Lisa Congdon who is in city planning and development, and she said, and I am looking forward to a career in city planning and construction and development. And I just love the idea that we have such a vast array of alumni who are back here today, who are going to connect with our students and connect to an extraordinary collection of speakers who we're going to hear from this morning to continue their journey. So it's such a pleasure to welcome you all to another Alumni Student Symposium. 3 years ago, a group of faculty, trustees, and parents and students were hosted in the conference room at the downtown offices of Tipping Point, a nonprofit organization founded by a UHS alumnus, so figure that all out, that fights poverty in the Bay Area for the 1.3 million people too poor to have their basic needs met. Inspired by our setting that morning and seated around a large table, we were in deep conversation on the 4 major points of a new vision for University High School, with a challenge about where the concepts of excellence and success connect to our values of inquiry, care, agency, interconnection, and integrity. It was at that moment that we, and frankly, led by 2 incredibly passionate and articulate students, that we coalesced around the idea that at UHS, students should invent and sustain their own vision of success. And here we are today, attending a symposium of that same name. Can I tell you what that means in terms of pulling things full circle? We are engaging with an extraordinary group of people who have done and are continuing to do just that, and who will support and inspire us UHS students along that same journey. We believe that a large part of inventing and sustaining should incorporate the support of a strong network of mentors. Today, we will have the opportunity to hear stories of inventors and sustainers, both in and outside of the mainstream, whose work continues to change the world in immeasurable ways. Think about this, UHS students. You will be in high school for 4 years, but you will spend a lifetime defining, tending, and reimagining your benchmarks for excellence in your careers, as life partners and family leaders, and as members of a society that has never needed your ideas and your energy more than we do today. It is thrilling to have with us the recipients of the inaugural Alumni Honors program. These alumni, who are recognized by their peers as leaders in their field, making contributions at a local, national, and global level through personal accomplishment, professional achievement, and humanitarian service. I am going to introduce those 2 to you, who will be coming up a little later. Inspired by former UHS physics teacher Tucker Hyatt, Dr. Njema Frazier, class of '88, is, now get ready for this, listen really carefully. She is leading the Office of Inertial Confinement Fusion with the National Nuclear Security Administration. Just take that in for a minute. From Summerbridge to UHS to Carnegie Mellon University to a doctorate in nuclear physics from Michigan State University, Dr. Frazier is a STEM advocate in schools and a role model to hundreds of aspiring scientists. In 2015, she was named to Ebony Magazine's Power 100, and she was recently given the STEM Award by Black Girls Rock. Our second Alumni Honors recipient, George Watsky, class of '05, is well known for questioning the status quo in all sectors of life, his life particularly. From the stage at UHS to performing the spoken word worldwide and creating publishing works of an innovative genre, Watsky has invented and sustained himself as someone who pushes us to find beauty and meaning in an increasingly confusing and complex world. 2 years ago on this stage, Watsky read from his essay collection, How to Ruin Everything, and that has earned him the notoriety of being considered a Gen Y David Sedaris. We're delighted to have you here, Watsky. And I feel especially privileged and honored to welcome the Honorable Madeleine Albright to University High School. Former and first woman to serve as Secretary of State, former U.S. Ambassador to the UN, professor, scholar, and recently the author of a new book, which is a personal and urgent examination of fascism in the 20th century and how its legacy shapes today's world. Dr. Albright has received numerous honors for her contributions to diplomacy, democracy, and world affairs, including honorary degrees from several universities, and in 2012, President Barack Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Today is all about inspiration, mentoring, and networking, so you can imagine our delight when Justin McMahan, class of 1993, who is celebrating his 25th reunion this year, asked if he could more formally introduce Dr. Albright a little later in the program, because it was her influence as a teacher and a mentor at Georgetown that has helped Justin invent and sustain his particular vision for success. It is so exciting to see UHS faculty, staff, students, alumni, parents, and friends, and our special guest today gathered in the same room to remind us all and to support our current UHS students to invent and sustain their own vision of success so that they can leave UHS with the courage and confidence to live what we expect of them, a life of integrity, inquiry, and purpose larger than self. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you.